Hi class. I'm going to try this again. This time I'm going to do the chapter and you're going to watch me. So this is chapter 5, which we wasn't assigned for Monday, but I'm going to do this anyway and maybe do this for every chapter. So this time my hands might be shaky because I'm holding my phone. But I will get a tripod to keep it a little bit more less shaky next time. So you should read this. Read, read, read. Read, read, read. Read, read, finish. Yes. But then the main idea, reading overview. Read the passage again. As you read, underline what you think are the most important ideas. Then in 1 or 2 sentences, write the main idea of the reading. Use your own words. Okay. So let's go back and do some annotating. Switched at birth. Women learn the truth 56 years later. So this is a nice informative but long title. So when we have really long titles, we often use a colon. So switched at birth. What switched at birth? Women learn the truth 56 years later. So it also gives us kind of a mystery, right? We're going to wonder what the truth is. So it's informative, but we'll understand it better once we get to the end of the reading. And we have the author here. ABC News. Is this a valid source? You ask yourself. Now, with an article like this, it looks like it's well organized into intro, first body section, second body section, delineated or marked off by these subheadings. So let's see what we have here in the introduction. When Oregon nurses handed Marjorie Angell her newborn daughter in the hospital in 1953, she insisted they had given her the wrong child. Her concerns were brushed off, meaning ignored. Meaning ignored. But an unlikely story, there we go, an unlikely story that was 56 years in the making, her mother's intuition, meaning her mother's feeling, see, I never write very neatly, foreshadowed what was to come. Do you remember foreshadow? Meaning tells of what is to come in the future. So this is a anecdote, right, to begin as the hook. It was true. Her daughter had been switched at birth, but when she and the other baby were being bathed. But Marjorie Angell would never learn the truth because she died before it was revealed. So the mother died. Oh no. It's sad, D. Angell Schaefer told Good Morning America. Good Morning America is a story on the ABC News. Just to think I missed out on knowing my own parents. Even though Kay Reen Reed Qualls said she enjoyed a wonderful life, she still feels guilty about the memories that should belong to Dee Ann and her family. I look at them and I feel like I cheated somebody, she said. The story of 2 women who grew up in the wrong families just came to light last month to the surprise of everyone and no one. So this is the topic, the thesis statement. And because it's a report, it's not an argument. It's just the story of 2 women. So we're going to go through a story. Now, I suspect, because it's a story, that we're going to have a beginning, middle, and end, especially because it's a news story. They're not going to start with the end, then go to the middle, then go to the end, then go back to the beginning. I think we will start at the beginning, probably at their lives, and then move to their adulthood. And I already read the story, so I think I'm correct. So a secret switch. Secret switch, when did the switch happen? At birth. On May 3rd, so when we're using a story, we use time transitions, okay? Also when we're giving narrative examples, right, in our essays. So starting at the beginning, D. Angell of Fossil, Oregon, and Kay Reen Reed of Condon, Oregon, was born at Pioneer Memorial Hospital in the eastern town of Heppner. So here, it's not really a topic sentence, but we're following a chronology. We're following from the beginning to the end. So here is a discussion of what the subtitle says. So this is birth switch. And realization. So saying everything was normal until last summer when Kay's brother, Bobby Reed, received a call from an 86-year-old woman who claimed to hold an astonishing secret. He met the woman. She said she had known the Reed's mother. Her shocking claim was that Kayreen Reed wasn't Reed at all. She was an angel. The elderly woman said Kay and Deanne were switched at birth. To bolster her story, meaning to support, she showed Bobby Reed an old photo of the sister. So we start at the switch, and then actually, so I was wrong earlier. I had a prediction, and it was wrong because, honestly, I didn't read it before. We start with the birth switch, the problem, and then not the solution. We come up with a realization. So this is like a mystery novel, right? We have to figure out the problem. And notice that the subheadings are helping us along with a question mark. A secret switch? Really? Here we'll get more details. Switched at birth, uncovering the truth. So if what the elderly woman said was correct, then Deanne was really Reed's sister and not Kay. So starting this section with a hypothetical. If she's correct, then we have an interesting story. The secret stunned Reed, who is unsure what to do with the potential bombshell. So again, not actually a bombshell. Shocking news. Is a bombshell. Reed didn't want anything to change, and he didn't want to hurt anyone. So he's got a problem, right? This is his family. One of them broke the news to Kay Reed, and with both the Reed parents and the Angel parents dead, the children had to come together to uncover the truth about the alleged mix-up. So what does alleged mean? Alleged means suspected. Can you read that? That's terrible handwriting. You should write more neatly. The families learned the rumors of the babies being switched at birth had been around for decades. In fact, Kay first learned about the gossip in 1995 when her sister Carol told her during their dying father's last camping trip. So people thought about it, but no one ever followed up. Growing up with questions. So, because of rumors like this, or gossip here, now they're going to explain the gossip, right? If you hear rumors of this as a child, then it's going to cause problems. Growing up, so we started back at birth and the problem of birth and the rumors around their birth. Now they're getting older. So again, the chronology helps us. Yes, the subheadings definitely help us too. So growing up, Kay questioned whether she was really a Reed. She had her suspicions. She knew she didn't look like anyone in the family. Eventually, Kayreen said the rumors started in her family that maybe she wasn't related. I think all the older sisters knew this, but no one had any blood tests or real evidence. The doubts just lingered. To linger means to remain, to stay. Like if students have questions after class, they linger when I'm trying to escape to my office. I'm just kidding. You can linger as long as I'll stay. Where were we? So even Kay's husband joked about whether the Reeds were truly relative after seeing her at family functions. And of course she didn't want those things to be true, so she chalked them up to being ornery Ornery is mean. A mean person, mean statements. And she justified her placement by saying her blue eyes came from her father. Deanne, too, had suspicions growing up, so it wasn't just Kay who had suspicions. She wondered why she loved horses so much. She received a phone call from her sister in February to tell her about the news. The rumors might be true, right? So evidence is more and more evidence is coming forward that maybe they're not in the right families. Swisters. So this doesn't only happen once in this story. This has happened before, right? Switch sisters are called swisters, although I've never heard the term. So it still seems kind of rare. So Kay wanted to know the truth. She needed to know it. So last month, she, her brother, and sister Dorothy met the blonde-haired Deanne at this clinic for a DNA test, right? Getting real evidence. Instead of rumor, now they're going to evidence. And when Kay finally met the Angel family, she realized she looked more like them. The DNA test confirmed what Kayreen had seen with her own eyes, what Deanne realized the second she met Kayreen. Kayreen was not a Reed and had no biological link to her brother Bobby. Deanne was actually Bobby Reed's sister, and Kayreen was really an angel. Angel. I don't know how to say that. So this last section, so we have intro, right? Giving us the mystery. Secret switch, maybe. Switched at birth, uncovering the truth. Still maybe. So these are body section 1, body section 2, discussing the birth and the rumors that came with it. Then growing up. And then swisters. So here we have the result. So this is kind of the concluding section. It's not a real conclusion per se. It's telling us, I guess it's telling us the result. So not a problem solution. It's a story. So beginning, middle, and end. And this is the end where they learned the news. The news was shocking and disturbing, of course, for Kay, who felt as if she lived a lie, right? So all of her life, she seems like it was a lie. Deanne finally got the answer to why she had an affinity for horses. What does affinity mean? Well, we remembered that she... Here. Deanne had suspicions growing up. She wondered why she loved horses so much. So I bet you when you have an affinity for something, you like it a lot. You are good at it. So affinity is a connection, strong connection. Her biological father had been a horse trainer. Interesting. Nature or nurture classes. I mean, students, not classes. They refer to each other as swisters, short for switch sisters. The hospital where the women were born has offered them counseling, but neither has accepted the offer. Right? So we're old women now, Kayreen said. They haven't decided if they'll sue the facility. While Deanne harbors at least some anger from the situation, harbor means feels after a long time. So I hope you will harbor joy from my ESL classes once we're done. Hopefully you won't harbor some anger. Kayreen said she doesn't because there's no use in it. So just different perspectives, right? So that's, I didn't annotate it. So we know the intro, body, and conclusion because of what I've said, but we have a thesis. We don't really have topic sentences because it's a story and we're going through time. Yes. So now, use our own words. So pause it, write your main idea, and then see how it compares to mine, okay? So my main idea is... Don't look. So I'm just going to do one sentence. This is the story of two sisters who were switched at birth but didn't find out until they took DNA tests late in life. Is yours close to this? Do you think I should have more information? Ask me in class. All the other information, interesting information, are more details. You can definitely have two sentences with more details about maybe how it's a mystery, about the rumors at first, but not too much because you only have one or two sentences. And notice that this is the beginning of the story, this is the end of the story. I didn't include so much in the middle because that was more about rumor. You could have, but definitely the middle, definitely the end in a story. Details. So this is an organizational chart, right? So you should do this too. Or you can do my organizational chart that's on our D2L, the T-bar graph, whichever one you find is more important. I actually like the T-bar graph. So I will post with this video my summary of the article. I would like you to do a summary too. Moving forward. Statement evaluation. Read the statements. Scan the article to find out if each sentence is true, false, or an inference. Deanne and Kayreen are sisters. Well, hopefully you know that answer, right? So again, you should do this on your own and then see if we get the right answers. False. If you disagree with me, or if I'm not giving the right answer because I'm giving an answer opposite to what's on our answer key, tell me please. 86-year-old neighbor had been at the hospital when Deanne and Kayreen were born. I think so, but I got to go back. Incorrect. She said she'd know the Reed's mother had lived next door to the Angel family. So she did not know it from... She was not at the hospital. False. Bobby Reed's sister told Kayreen the truth about being switched at birth. That sounds... like it's false again. Look at that. He decided to tell his oldest sisters, not his younger sister, and one of them broke the news to Kayreen. So the older sisters made that phone call. Make the sisters do the hard work. That's terrible. Kayreen did not resemble the Reed family. Is that true? That is true. I don't even need to look for that. Both women had suspicions about their origins. That's false. Just kidding. That's true. Deanne and Kayreen's parents knew for sure that their daughters had been switched at birth. Did anyone know for sure? No, it was rumors and hearsay, which is another word for rumors. So that is false. Deanne was the only person in the Angel family who loved horses. Inference, right? What is an inference? It's something that we can guess is true, right? So she had an affinity and she was surprised by it because no one else did. So I'm going to say true. Deanne and Kayreen were refused counseling from the hospital where they were born. Is that true? I'm not going to answer that one, but I know the answer. It's found in the conclusion. Reading analysis. Read each question carefully. Circle the letter number of the correct answer. Right, we know what to do here. Read lines 1 to 4. What were Marjorie's Angel's concerns? Right. So hopefully we can get 3 just because we read the story. Her concerns were brushed off. So I highlighted this. Hopefully that helped in this answer. No one listened to her concerns. No one helped her with her concerns. No one understood her concerns. Oh, goodness. Well, yes, no one listened to her. No one helped her. I would say no one helped her because they listened to her if she said them. So they might have heard them, but they didn't help her with them. And not that no one understood them. I would say the best answer is 2. Mother's intuition foreshadowed what was to come. This means the nurses, right? 1. Oh, I got to go back. So, oh yes. So I would say that Marjorie Angel's mother was right, Marjorie Angel was right, the nurses were wrong, right? It was her that had the intuition. In line 8, the angel says, I missed out on knowing my own parents. Why didn't she know her own parents? Hopefully you know the answer to this. Her parents died before she learned about the switch. So A and C are very close. She lived with the wrong family, of course, but it's A. So even though she learned late in life, had her parents been alive, she would have been able to meet them a little bit. What is a synonym for came to light? What is a synonym for came to light? I would say lines 5 to 12. Sorry. Just came to light. The story of 2 women who grew up in the wrong families just was discovered. Oh, I would say just came to light, just was discovered. Was uncovered. That's even better. So when it came to light means you shone some light on it, and so you can see it, so like it's uncovered. Who called Bobby Reed last summer? An elderly neighbor. What secret did she tell him? Right? We know this from reading. And if you don't know, please look where you got it from in the reading. What proof did she show Bobby Reed? Picture of, I don't know, I got to look at that. To bolster her story, she showed Bobby Reed an old photo of Deanne's sister. So that would be a picture of Deanne's biological sister. 26 to 29, the secret stunned Reed. Meant that he was shocked. Remember, they also say bombshell. So, 2. Oh, there it is. Potential bombshell. That Kayreen was not really his sister, right? No. Deanne, Kayreen. I think so. Tell me if I'm wrong, though. Again, this is my first video, so I might be going too quickly. But no one ever thought to question her paternity means no one wondered who Kayreen's father was. Is that true? No. No one asked about Kayreen's real family? I don't like this question because they're all true. Right? They didn't ask any real questions. They didn't ask about her real family in a sense. They might have asked indirectly. They definitely wondered about it because they were gossiping. So I don't like this question. But I guess it's about the father. So let's go with paternity means father. So let's say 3 based on vocabulary. I guess maybe it's a good question for vocabulary. Did Kayreen's mother know that the other mother had wondered if the babies were switched to the hospital? No, she didn't know. 36 to 41. She did know, but later in life, right? Kayreen's mother wouldn't bring up the issue anymore. That means she decided to not ask any questions about the possibility that this wasn't her baby anymore. So she didn't go this far. She didn't go this far. She just decided not to ask any more questions. Kayreen had questioned whether she was truly a Reed. Why? 52. Why? Because her family talked about it. In particular, her husband. Let's say her ornery husband, because that was mean. What are suspicions? Questions, uncertainties, or ideas? Uncertainties. If you suspect something, you're unsure about something. Or ideas about something. I'm going to say ideas. Because when you have suspicions, you're actually kind of certain. So I would say that they're ideas. Tell me if I'm right. What is a clan? It's a group. So it's not eye color. A group of related people. Absolutely. Could be by family. Could be by interest. Why did the 2 women have DNA tests? We know that because they're conclusive. They are evidence. Evidence to prove biological connection. Now, hopefully you're not watching me write this without having done it yourself. And again, I hope I'm not making you sick. What did the DNA test confirm? Kayreen was not a member of the Reed family. She was an angel. Deanne was not a member of the Reed family. She was an angel. I think this one, right? Kayreen, right, we have to keep our name straight, which clearly I didn't really. Kayreen was an angel. Oh, goodness. Yes, there we are. Kayreen was really an angel. Or angel, I'm not sure. Who was angry about the switch? Let's say Kayreen. Nope. I read that. Deanne is angry about it. One of the women isn't angry because there's no use in it. This means she doesn't feel anger because it's useless to be angry. Not because she's old. Not because she doesn't care, but because it's useless to be angry.